welcome back to the channel. If you have still stayed here over the last 6 months, thank you guys, thank you so much. It has been 6 months since I posted on this channel, but here I am back again, determined to make this work. So I've had 6 months off, mainly because I've had a few health complications, but everything's under control now and I've got much more free time where I'm not having to go to appointments and not have time to film. So we're back in action, and I thought I would give you a bookshelf tour. As you can see, there are still patches ready to be filmed, but I have got a whole lot more new books over the last 6 months since I last spoke to you all. So I'm going to do a book tour with you. So let's crack in and I'll show you what I've got. So I'm going to start off by showing you these top shelves, and then I'm just going to work my way down and show you what I currently have on my bookshelf. So here goes. Start off, I'm going to do the top bit here and this section along the top here. Now, some of you will remember, if you have been on this channel for a while, is that my first author as a child was Jacqueline Wilson, and I wanted, just for a bit of nostalgia, to collect her books again, to have the physical copies of my first love of reading. So most of this top shelf is all Jacqueline Wilson books. Now, I have got the relatively new book, which I still haven't read yet, but I will, and that is Picture Imperfect by Jacqueline Wilson. This came out, I think, sometime last year, and it is part of the Illustrated Mum series. So that's one of the new ones that I've recently got hold of. And then the rest of this top shelf is just the Jacqueline Wilson collection that I have so far. So this is the collection. So it goes along here, and to here. And then the latest Jacqueline Wilson book that has just come out I have is this one here. Now, this is called The Other Edie Trimmer. Again, I haven't actually read it yet. I'm currently doing like series rereads this year, so this is because this is a new book, I haven't picked it up yet, and this is not a tie-in to any of Jacqueline Wilson's series. This is a standalone book. But yeah, that's currently my latest Jacqueline Wilson book that I have. Up next is the Harry Potter section, because alongside Jacqueline Wilson, my mum originally bought these for my sister, who loved them, and then when I got a bit older, I decided to pick up Harry Potter, and I love them. So I've got the whole Harry Potter series, including the Cursed Child, which is like the Broadway show, and then I do have Fantastic Beasts, and I also have I'll show you this one. We also have this little one that's like an extra book. It's Quidditch Through the Ages. I actually found this in a charity shop, and it was actually done for comic relief. But I managed to get a hold of this one. I know there's quite a few others to get, but yeah, so that's my little Harry Potter collection. You will also notice that I do have a few little Harry Potter Lego collections. So we've got like Harry, we've got some of the teachers. This is my favourite. This is a tiny little Hedwig, and then we've got a couple of these figures with Luna with her lion thing on as well, which I do like collecting little things like that. I also have a few San Reno characters from Hello Kitty, and these are really cute, and these are just sitting at the beginning of my Jacqueline Wilson collection. So we're now coming down a section to start looking at these ones here and all along here. Now, this is where they get a little bit messy. They're not in the best of orders, and I still have gaps to fill in, and that is because I have recently just unhauled a whole load of books to the charity shop that I just didn't want to keep anymore. So of course I now have gaps that I can fill in, so that clearly means there'll be some bookshop videos coming up very soon. But let's check out the next few books that are on the shelf. So for this next shelf down, I actually have all of the Emily Henry books, barring one that's on my nightstand right now that I'm currently reading. So they're not in the best of orders, but basically these are the Emily Henry books, and I've started taking a bit of a liking to Colleen Hoover, so I've got some of her books, and then I've got a whole bunch of books here that I have bought, and these are pretty much my TBR. So I've got Stephanie Garber's Carnival. I've got Lucy Score is Story for Life. I've got a random Harlan Coben book. And then I've got Gone Girl, I've got Home is Where the Bodies Are. Now this book I do like because that is such a cool case. It looks like a VHS. I've got The Good Girl Guide to Murder. Mind you, I say I've got them. I've got the last three. I'm actually missing the first one because I haven't found it anywhere yet. So that's that little section, and they're all TBRs. I haven't read any of these yet. And the next little section is where you can see that I really do like horror, because I have a bit of a collection here of serial killer books. I've got 2 books by a local author, and I've randomly got a Katie Ford book, but I know I'm not going to read it. I should have really unhauled that. I've got Heartstoppers 1 and 2, and then I don't even know what this is. It's a random Christmas book, and that's that. Then this is almost pretty much an empty shelf. As you can see, I managed to completely clear this one out. I've got a few of the Taylor's retelling books that I've got left. That they're the only ones I didn't get rid of. And I've got a random Tori Hayden book. I do actually like her. She is a good author. Next we come to my pride and joy, my most favourite author, and that is of course the goddess, that is Freida McFadden. So I've got the Housemaid series. I've recently just managed to get a physical copy of The Housemaid's Wedding. Read that, loved it. And I've got a stack of Freida books there. My little Freida McFadden Funko Pop. And then, of course, it spills over into the second shelf, which is all of her much newer releases. You've got The Ted and the Intruder. The Intruder, The Crash, some of these, and then I think this is her most latest one, which is The Divorce, and then we've got the brand new book, The Witch, coming out just after my birthday. So we're now getting down to the bottom shelves, and for here on out there is absolutely no organisation whatsoever. These are all just on any order. They haven't been organised, so take it as it is, because these aren't even sorted out yet, but I'll do that once I've filled the shelves up. So here are the bottom 2 shelves. The last 2 lots of shelves, like I said, no order whatsoever, but these are my Richard Osman books. This is the entire collection so far of the Thursday Murder Club. I have read 1, 2, 3, I think I've read the first 3. I'm halfway through this one, and I haven't started this one yet. And then I've randomly got a Stephen King book, Misery. And I've got a Lisa Jules book, which I randomly picked up in a charity shop. Then, I quite like this shelf, again, not organised, but I do have the, if anyone's familiar with Laurie Gilmore's Dream Harbour series. They are fantastic books. I've got all of them that are out so far, and the last 2 that came out have got the most beautiful sprayed edges. So that's the Strawberry Patch one, and then the Gingerbread Bakery has also got really pretty sprayed edges. Oh. And then this one, I haven't read yet. Again, I haven't read most of these, but Baby Dragon Cafe, I just randomly saw it and thought, that looks cute, it can go on my TBR, so that's there. I've got Powerless and Reckless by Lauren Roberts, but I don't even know if I'm going to read them. And then I've got Hexed as well, which are like Disney rehashing Disney stories. And then down at the very bottom, a lot of these books are, again, random, but I've got Binding 13, and then Divine Rivals. I've got the Butcher and Blackbird series, which is these 3 books. I've got the 7 Year Slip, which I still haven't read. And then I've randomly got still unwritten. I have no idea where that's come from, to be honest. And then down here, I've got the After series by Anna Todd. So there's After We Collide, After We Fell, After Ever Happy, and then Before, also by Anna Todd. And then I've got The Fault in Our Stars, Butter. This book here, right, was a supposedly bestseller book, one I think last year or the year before. I picked it up and read about 2 pages and haven't picked it up since, so I'm not sure on that one. And then I've randomly got, again, this book here. No idea where that's come from. Probably should have gone in the charity pile. And then up here, I've got The Tattooist of Auschwitz. I've got Paula Hawkins' The Girl on the Train I have read. And then this is the next book that she wrote, Into the Water, and I haven't read it yet at all. And then I still haven't read this, but I do have All the Colours of the Dark. And then I've got a Sarah Millican and Rick Astley book. And randomly, I've got one of Jill Sims' Why Mummies Sloshed books, which they are hilarious. If you've never read one of these ones before, give them a try, because they are really funny. And then down here, this is like a Christmas shelf, so that's a Christmas advent calendar book that you would have seen if you watched the Christmas vlogs. I've got a few here. I don't even know who half of these are. Honestly, I think my mum gave me these. Me and my mum do swap and trade books quite often. And then these I know my mum bought me, which I haven't read yet. That's Confessions of a 40-something up. And then the following book that follows after, which is the second book. I haven't actually picked them up yet, so I don't know how good they're going to be. So for my bookshelf, that is it. That's my current situation going on with the bookshelf. The rest of it is just a complete mess. I do have an entire Take That shelf. I've got a bunch of crime random DVDs. This one is completely empty. This one is all stuff I'm selling on Vinted. And then the one after that is just got a photo album and a diamond art book there. So that is the current state of my bookshelf, and that was my bookshelf tour. I'm really sorry if that was a bit of a chaotic video. Like I say, I've had 6 months off. I'm a bit new again. I feel like a newbie doing all the filming again. I've now got a tripod, so that does make my life a little bit easier. But yeah, that was the bookshelf tour. I'm going to try and get a video out for you guys once a week to start with. So I'll get this one edited up, and you'll be it's currently Sunday, Saturday. You'll be probably watching this on Monday. So I've got the weekend to get it edited and ready. And that is all I have for you guys today. So I've been Becky. These are my books, and I'll see you in another video very soon. Bye guys.